performance nowadays seems to be everywhere. Like, we have this thing in productivity culture where we try to do as much as we can and as little time as possible. And maybe it's actually just a bit toxic. Even the wellness industry is becoming a performance, and now there is this buzzword feminine performance. And that was for the trigger for me to actually look into this, because when did life become something we have to perform? I wrote a whole page of my notebook full with notes about this topic because I started journaling about it and thinking about it. And yeah, there's so much in this. And when you see it, you can't unsee it. So the core tension in this is performing is doing everything for how it looks on the outside, how it should be, how the world expect things to be. But living, actually doing things from your heart, from your soul, is how it feels. And we can't perform that. And this is where we're going this episode. I'm gonna, yeah, give you some questions to reflect on, and yeah, show you actually the difference between when are we performing and when are we truly living and when are we feeling. Because if you are a woman and you feel often, yeah, that there is a bit of a gap between the things that you have and how you feel in it, like maybe even a competition between your head and your heart. There's never really truly that deep relaxation in your body, and you can't be really present. You always seem to be going on to the next goal, achieving more, wanting more, but you never can really relax in the current moment because everything, yeah, around you is already screaming for more. There's so much pressure in the world now going on. Even in my cyclical community, I asked women the question, like, what is the emotion that you struggle most with currently? And everyone, including me, who answered, said, yeah, it's really anxiety and fear. Because, yeah, like, all the pressure we have here, all the pressure of the social life, our work, how do I keep up with my self-care and yeah, like healthy living, like how do we actually do this? And I believe that there is a very big key to find in stopping with performing for someone else and start with living your life for you. So it's about how it looks versus how it feels. And even I looked it up in the dictionary. Well, I didn't take the dictionary, obviously, right now. I looked onto AI and I asked, what does the dictionary say about performance? And yeah, it was really like how well someone functions. Um, what's it? Did it say an act and achievement? And like even those words were really like touching me of like, I don't know about this. So yeah, like if we look at performing, it often comes from this wounded masculine energy. And you have heard me talk about that probably way more. And if you want to dive in it more, just keep listening because we're gonna go there. So yeah, like the wounded masculine energy often comes from overdoing. So we do way too much. We're overachieving. So it's proving yourself. It is wearing a mask. Yeah, playing a role, and that is that is training you. That is definitely gonna train you. Like if you're doing everything to be just validated and you're, for example, you're working on something that is a passion of yours, or maybe you're working for a boss, or it doesn't even matter. You're working on something and actually you would know, like, I like this and this is good, but still there's this part of you that needs reaffirming, that needs someone to say, yeah, you need someone to hear that says, like, oh my god, this is so amazing, like, yeah, this is cool, oh, I need this, la 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 la. And of course it is amazing to get validated, but you shouldn't work to get validated. Like, of course we all want to be seen in what we're doing, and that is very a human thing. But if that is the place you're operating from, then that is really gonna bring you into a survival mode of always doing more, always wanting more, 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 more. If you reach a goal, then the other goal is probably already around the corner. And yeah, if you're someone who is often quite tired, or like there's this unrest in your body, there's tension in your body, and you're like, oh yeah, I wish I just could have that deep breath and relax a bit more and feel so grounded within myself and feel powerful, then keep listening because we're going there. So, yeah, we have performing. So, playing a role, acting, achieving, validating, proving. Well, on the other hand, we have living and existing. We have being. And that comes from genuineness, that comes from presence, authenticity, and devotion. One depletes you and the other fills you up. And this is the gap between, yeah, that you're like, oh, is this my life now? Is this it? Is this how it's gonna feel forever? It doesn't have to if you stop performing. If you stop doing things for the sake of, yeah, like the social rule book. So another thing I wrote down, and before I go there, I want to say, if you're currently like, yeah, a bit in the middle of like, yeah, okay, but I wonder where I stand right now. Am I really performing? Don't I see it? Maybe it's like a shadow part of you that you're like, oh, maybe I have to look this in the eyes. Or maybe you're wondering, like, oh, how much am I actually performing and how much am I actually living? I made a free quiz. I put it in the show notes and it shows you how your energies are running you. So it is about the feminine and masculine energies, the healthy and the wounded versions within you. And it gives you immediately a good overview of like how you're doing in life. And yeah, it shows you as well, like if it's out of balance, like, that's why I might be feeling this way. And if you're like, okay, yeah, I need to do something with this, which you should, then just send me a message and I will be there for you. So I put it in the show notes. You really do the quiz because it's really fun. So yeah, another thing I wrote down is I wrote down expression, performance, suppression. So what happens here is we have those three, and we often live between those three. So expression versus suppression, and then we have performance. Performance is the middle. Performance is when we are doing, we are out there, but it's not feeling real. Suppression is when we actually close down, when we do nothing anymore, when we are like maybe even in a sort of a freeze mode, are like, oh, it's all too much. Expression is the thing we actually need. We want to express who we are for real. We want to express how we feel for real. And this is here the real embodiment of everything comes in, because you can listen to this podcast, you can listen to this episode, read books about it, but the biggest gap where a woman keeps being stuck is just knowing it but not doing it. And maybe you're running into more in masculine energy and you're running more in survival mode, and you need to work on that. But it is the actually doing it and taking action on it, which might feel uncomfortable, but it is exactly the point that we need. So, yeah, start maybe with exploring expression. How can I express myself today? Where can I express myself today? What do I love? How do I want to express myself? And maybe some new things come up, maybe some random things come up, or that you're like, yeah, oh my god, I'm not gonna do that. And this is the gap, like, to close for you to start expressing yourself as you truly are. And that is authenticity. Authenticity can't be performed, and that's what we see in the world right now a lot. All right, so maybe a nice story to tell you, because that makes it even more mm, real, I would say. So this weekend I was in Ubud and I was doing ecstatic dance, and even there I was really feeling this, because I used to go out a lot when I was living in the Netherlands, and I was drinking alcohol. And I know, I just can't remember, if I think back of that right now, I just see myself like, yeah, it was all about how it looked, and it was not at all about how it felt. And yeah, actually, the thing was, I didn't want to feel anything, so I drank, because the emotions that came up of setting myself up there with it, all people and all dancing and all looking good, that made me feel worse. So drinking was the solution. So yeah, like, it was all a performance, going out and standing there and being like, oh yeah, I have to dance a certain way, but I don't know how, and it felt like very awkwardly. That is fully a performance. And when I was in Ubud this weekend doing the ecstatic dance, it was so fully my inner journey. It was so full embodied. And if you would have told me that I would do ecstatic dance soberly ever, if you would even told me that a year ago, then I would have laughed in your face. But if there is something inside you that's also like, hey, I think it's interesting and I'm open to try new things. Maybe that is yoga, maybe it is, yeah, like dancing with yourself in your living room, feeling more a bit of your sensual energy coming up and slowing down. That's all you need. You don't need to say, okay, now from now on, I am a hippie and I'm gonna do ecstatic dance every weekend, because no. But like, can you try new things that help you come into more of your body again instead of your head? And yeah, again, like, yeah, for me, it was such a revelation of like, wow, this is what it really truly feels to be embodied instead of living a performance. And this is exactly where I felt past months in my business, that there has been a big shift. And I'm like, I don't want to fully, yeah, like, I love teaching things. That's why I podcast as well. I love it. But I love teaching and embodying it. So you're not going to be listening and being stuck in it, right? You're going to be listening and you're going to be able to move actually through it, not like thinking like, oh yeah, that's nice, I'm going to do that one time if I am having more time. No, no, it's great if you're like actually feeling like, oh yeah, now I get it. It is really, I know a lot, but I don't do it. So if you're feeling that and it sparks something and you're like, okay, I want to go on this little inner exploration and I want to be more me. I want to stop performing and running all the time. I want to feel more relaxed and good in my body, more powerful within myself. Stop proving myself. Stop with comparison the whole time. Then I have the most perfect embodiment sessions for you. Every week I record a new one and it's all based on our female cycle. So we run through different energies every week, yeah, we run through different seasons. So never ever is a session the same. And yeah, it is every week there's a new one coming into my library, into the cyclical movement community, and we'd love to have you there. You can try out a whole week for free. I put it in the show notes, and there you can just on your own terms, like, explore some sessions. You can show up on Monday morning at 7 a.m. for a session, And then you can decide, like, okay, this is something for me and I want to stay, or maybe it's not for you and you're like, okay, bye. But yeah, the women that are here now are really enjoying it so far. So yeah, just come try and move with us and step into that embodiment. So yeah, let's go a bit to the end of the episode. You can still take action. And I'm not telling you you shouldn't be in your masculine energy, because absolutely you should. The only thing I'm telling you, you shouldn't move from wounded masculine energy. And if that's still quite fake to you, then come and chat with me. I will show you everything and let you feel everything about it, how it works. So, yes, you can still take action. You can still reach your goals, show up fully. It's really the thing what matters is the place from which we perform, the place from which we take action. So, action from devotion, from desire, from passion, instead of that validation or proof. And it is sneaky, though. It is sneaky because we don't always see it in the first place. That's the shadow. Um, yeah, that is that different source, and that is more the balance between the feminine and the masculine. Like the devotion, desire, the feminine is there, and the the taking action, the aligned action taking, from like, yes, this is what we're gonna do now. That's the healthy masculine, giving it structure, and that's the dance between them, the yin and the yang, and you should actually feel it. Yeah, it's amazing. So yeah, embodiment is really feeling it in the body first and then moving from that. So the feminine feels it and the masculine takes action on that. And maybe this question I wrote down, you can, yeah, we're gonna close with that. Let's do that. And this is what you can take into your day, your week, and send me whatever you felt hearing this. So, am I doing this because of how it looks or how it feels? That's really something you can ask yourself throughout the whole day on different points. And that's going to make you aware of what you're doing. And the awareness is creating a space for you to choose differently. So, good luck, and I'll see you next time.